What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to do a quick review of the Oral-B Pro 1000 electric toothbrush. In this review, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this electric toothbrush, including one thing that I think you should know before buying. All right, guys, so this toothbrush, I actually have gotten a ton of these Oral-B toothbrushes. Believe it or not, I am one of those people who is testing out a ton of toothbrushes to see which one we really like. And this one has a lot of the functionality that the others do, just at a lower price point, quite frankly. Some of the things are missing, some of them have, extra buttons you could do to increase sensitivity, things like that, or to increase the pace, etc. Kind of LED screens, some of them, work with the apps. But overall, this one has all the functionality of an Oral-B toothbrush that you come to expect, and probably a little bit more. So first off, all of the Oral-B toothbrushes come with this standard circle head. When you turn it on, does a good job of spinning and brushing that way, right? Beyond that, this one has 3 different cleaning modes, okay? So the first one, that's daily cleaning mode. Next is sensitive. That's sensitive. And then last is whitening. You can hear the whitening switching there. So that's everything that in terms of like regular functionality that works with this. Obviously, to charge it, you just place it, right? You put this little guy right on here, and this will light up. I don't have it plugged in right now, but that'll light up to start charging it. But yeah, it's a pretty standard brush. I mean, there's nothing really crazy about it, but there is one thing I think you should know that's kind of cool. So the one thing that's neat about this Oral-B toothbrush, so if you don't know, you're supposed to go, in terms of brushing, you're supposed to do the upper left, upper right, bottom left, bottom right. That's how you're supposed to divide your mouth up, right? When you're actually brushing. And you're supposed to do each for 30 seconds. So if we turn this on, if I go to 30 seconds with this, what's going to happen is it's going to stop for a second, and then it's going to start up again automatically without me pressing this. The reason why it does that is that it's basically telling you, hey, you did your one quadrant, move to the next quadrant of your mouth. So I think that's some neat functionality overall that comes with this. Now, in terms of a battery, assuming that you're doing it twice a day, morning and night, which I think is what most people do, you can expect this to last about 3 weeks was how long this one had lasted with us. Well, with me specifically. So about 3 weeks with this one, which is not bad, but not great either. There's some that last up to a month and everything, but it's no big deal. Obviously it just, standard brush at a very reasonable price. So yeah, that's about how long it'll last. Now, the one thing to know, and I've learned this as I've been testing toothbrushes. So you're supposed to replace this brush head every 3 months. Now, prior to testing these, I can tell you I've used some for years, which definitely isn't the right thing to do. But the point that I'm making there, and this is the one thing to know before buying it, is that it only comes with one brush head, right? So the brush is reasonable. Brush heads aren't, they're not like really, really high priced, but that is kind of the recurring cost or expense that you have there with these brush heads. But obviously it's not a big deal. You could just get a new one, really not a big deal. But just know that this only comes with one out of the box. But other than that, guys, for a very reasonable budget, you can get a good toothbrush that has enough functionality that you need to do exactly what you need. Pretty good standard brush. And if you're kind of considering it, not really sure, definitely do recommend it. I think I've tested the higher end ones, and this has a lot of the same functionality. So some things missing, but a lot of it that you actually need, the essential stuff, is definitely there. So if you're considering it and not sure, hopefully this helps, and enjoy.